Well, hello there, friends. Welcome to another nostalgia-filled trip through Metal Gear Solid, what is probably my all-time favorite video game series. I often jump around between it, Resident Evil, and a few others. Nope, don't want to see that video. Stop it. Don't want to see it. It's kind of spoilery. Go away. Why are you not going away? I'm gonna mess up my intro, I see. But anyway, I jump around between it but we are playing Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. This is the HD version on Xbox 360 or my Xbox One. We will be doing the main story. I will be doing the Snake Tales, and I might show off some of the VR missions. I don't know about that one, but we will be doing the Snake Tales. And anyway, we are going to dive straight in. And I'm going to gush about how much I love Metal Gear. If you haven't already, in the description link below, and possibly the pinned comment if I remember, and at the end of this video will be a link to my Metal Gear Solid 1 playthrough. So go check that out if you want a refresher. We are going to play through the tanker and the plant chapter. And I am playing on normal because I'm me. And while I love a challenge, I love playing on hard and like the European extreme difficulties. For the purpose of the LP, I am not doing this as like a challenge or anything, so we will stick with radar type 2, which is what I'm used to for Metal Gear Solid. Story is fictional, any and all similarities to characters, groups, or other, and I was reading that.
The Hudson River, 2 years ago. We had classified intelligence that a new type of Metal Gear was scheduled for transport. The whole thing stank, but our noses have been out in the cold too long.
right on schedule.
That looks like a familiar face, doesn't it?
He'll know soon enough.
Of course, we've got two familiar faces here. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. I have quite a bit to say, but we are going to get a codec conversation, and I do not want to interrupt our two boys, so we will talk once that is over. David Hayter, Solid Snake.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
Loud and clear, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh? I'm at the sneak point.
Everything going okay?
The stealth camo's busted. Landing impact.
We must have overused it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with it. You're not in the military anymore.
Right. I didn't plan on relying on this gadget anyway.
The private sector's not so bad, is it? Privacy guaranteed?
I'm happy as long as no one gives me any more unwanted gifts.
You mean that thing with Naomi?
And I can't say I miss the chattering nanny.
Mei Ling's not so bad. That reminds me, I have to get in touch with her again about that new Natick flashware.
Diverting toys from the SSCEN again? Look, give her a message from me. Someone will find out, sooner or later. She's better off assuming it sooner and quit while she's safe.
Too true. Okay, Snake, let's get to work. You know how the technical specs of Metal Gear were sold on the black market after Shadow Moses?
All Ocelot's doing.
Exactly. And now every state, group, and .com has its own version of Metal Gear.
Not exactly a classified weapon for today's nuclear powers.
This new one seems to have been designed to wipe the floor with all the other models. The only consistent description is that it's an amphibious, anti-Metal Gear vehicle.
That explains why this one is under Marine Corps jurisdiction.
The mission objective is to make visual confirmation of the new Metal Gear being transported by that tanker and bring back photographic evidence. But I want you first to go up to the top level of the infrastructure, to the bridge. We need to find out where the tanker is headed.
A little reconnaissance, huh?
There's too much we don't know about this new prototype. Capabilities, deployment method, we don't even know how close it is to completion. If we know where the testing arena is, I can start to draw some reasonable conclusions.
All right, I'll head to the bridge ASAP.
Try to avoid confrontations. Our goal is to collect evidence on Metal Gear development and expose it to the world. It would be best if you could get out of there without alerting anyone.
Don't worry, I know the drill. We're not terrorists.
Very good. Don't you forget that you're part of Philanthropy now, an anti-Metal Gear organization and officially recognized by the UN.
Recognized, but still fringe, Otacon.
All right, let's look at your gear. Your weapon is a tranquilizer gun converted from a Beretta M92F.
M9.
It's a little hard to work with because you have to reload after each shot since the slide locks.
Better than scavenging at the mission site. Good suppressor, too.
The chemical stun will take effect in a few seconds and last for hours. You can take down an elephant with that thing. Check out the laser sighting, too. The effects of the anesthetic round will vary depending on what part of the body is hit. We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs, chest, or head. As for the equipment... Hey, Snake, cigarettes? What's wrong with you?
It's kind of a lucky charm.
You haven't read the Surgeon General's warning, have you? Here's the digital camera. Works almost the same way as your old one.
They don't look armed.
Hey, Earth to Snake. These are nice, upstanding Marines, not terrorists. Don't get caught. You're in stealth mode here.
Sure, and if it comes to that, a little beauty sleep never hurt anyone. By the way, Otacon, are you sure of this intelligence?
Absolutely. Hacked it out of the Pentagon's classified files myself.
No traces?
Oh, please, I'm too good for that.
But this might be a trap. Remember, there's a price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
I hope so. Those men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea. People can get a clear view of the water from riverside, too.
The water line is too high. According to the navigational plans, this ship should have discharged its cargo upriver.
It's in there, no doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too. Security should be tighter.
You worry too much.
Where's the target?
Satellite surveillance is a major international pastime these days. I'd say the cargo holds, safely below the deck. Do you see the entrance to the holds?
Looks like there are a few entryways into the crew quarters. The chopper. What? Looks like we're not the only ones after Metal Gear tonight.
Is that a chopper I just heard?
Affirmative. Probably another cavalry. What's their game? Hijack?
They're probably targeting the ship's controls.
Otacon, how many men do you need to take over a tanker of this size?
The ship is run by a computer, so I'd say about 18 people.
AKS 74U. Russians?
You sure?
No Marine barber touched that head of hair. I'm transmitting a photo. Let's get an ID on him ASAP.
I'm on it.
Looks like the tanker's theirs now. KA-60 Kasatka.
Kasatka? Kamov chopper, right? Killer whale.
We need to get a fix on who they are.
Judging by their transport, aren't they some kind of military commandos?
Not necessarily. It could be the KA-62, the civil model.
Look, Snake, all we need is the photographic evidence of Metal Gear. As long as we have those, we can put it online and blow the whole thing wide open. So no pyrotechnics, okay?
All right. I'll do my best.
This isn't like Shadow Moses. Reach me if anything happens. The frequency's 141.12.
How can I check in and save my progress?
I'll do it. There's a frequency set aside for it. 140.96. Sorry, but no Mei Ling this time. Call me on the codec when you want to save.
Got it.
I'll be waiting just past the Verrazano Bridge. You need to be off that ship by then.
I'll be in touch.
Okay, we are now in control. There are a lot of different things about this one. First person view, we can actually aim and shoot our gun. I didn't mean to do that. We have a roll. Like, there are so many things that make this one such more of a pleasure to play than the original. But Snake and Otacon, so Shadow Moses have started a non-government organization called Philanthropy, where they go and try to, I don't want to say, they try to expose Metal Gear, basically. And this tanker that at one point was under the control of the Marine Corps is now under the control of what looked like Russian commandos. And we saw our buddy Ocelot, spoilers, in that helicopter. Deck A, cruise quarters port. We also get to start with a gun this time. We have a tranquilizer gun. This door we cannot open. And this tranquilizer gun's actually pretty dope. It's actually, I think, basically just a Knight's Armament XM9 suppressor. I think it's what it technically is. Which is a super cool, like, Air Force survival, like, pistol with this really dope suppressor. If I remember, I will leave a link to a video about it in the description. We have a ration, but we can also hide in lockers now. So if we get spotted, we can hide in lockers. But we can also, let's call Otacon.
This reminds me of when we first met.
I was the one inside the locker that time. We're equal now, huh?
Not unless I wet my pants.
That's a low blow, Snake.
So just like previously, we can call our support staff, which is just Otacon, but he does have a few unique pieces of dialogue. One of them, and it's actually really funny, if you stare at like these pictures in the lockers, Otacon will catch Snake whacking it, and yeah. There's also a trophy for that, which is weird. I don't think there's anything in any of these other lockers. There might be bullets. Yep. So you know what? Let me do, just so I can show off another thing you can do, let him come back, and I will... I don't remember if this one, or if it's Metal Gear Solid 3 that counts your footsteps when you run up to somebody.
Freeze.
Are you going to shoot me?
Oh, he's gonna be one of these guys. So you can hold up guards. You could do it in MGS1 if I remember correctly. And if you point a gun at their face or their nuts, they will give up items, and often they will give up dog tags. If you collect all the dog tags, you can get unlockables. And I remember when this first got announced, like, how excited I was for this game. And then they announced that there was going to be a demo included with Zone of the Enders, so I went out and rented Zone of the Enders thinking it would include the demo. Spoilers, it did not include the demo. And then I went out and bought a copy of Zone of the Enders just so I could play the demo. And then I also... Yeah, you can do that. You can knock yourself out. Just so I could play the demo for this game, and then, like, when it came out, I rented it and beat it, like, 3 or 4 times in the course of me having rented it, and then went out and bought a copy, and it was just times. Like, I love Metal Gear. I have a hard time picking my favorite one. I would say it's probably 3, possibly Peace Walker, because Peace Walker is fantastic.
Freeze.
No! You're going to shoot.
Oh, fine. USP. We do not have a USP, and this door is locked. We can go down to the engine room through the other door, but we do not need to right now. We actually have to go to the top of the ship. There are several other little areas we can go to, but we are going to make the most of our time, and you can see the bad guy's shadows.
Freeze.
Don't kill me.
There we go. See, now he doesn't want us to shoot him. He's going to shake his butt, and he will give us his dog tags. Ronan Kim. I think the dog tags are like devs and stuff like that. I do not remember. You can all... I think you can you collect dog tags any other way? I think you have to hold up enemies to collect their dog tags. But you can get some collectibles by collecting all the dog tags. Not have a USP, so that is pointless. There's a ration there, though. Now, head up. Oh, we gotta go up the other way. We can go back outside through that door. I'm not going to be exploring the tanker, for lack of a better word, but I will try to grab all of, like, the kind of unique and important items. there is a surveillance camera. We do not have a way to destroy it, nor deactivate it, but cameras have a blind spot directly under them. So as long as we be sneaky snakes. Now we have chaff grenades. Also, you can crouch and walk along walls now, like that. You couldn't do that in the first game. See, that is what Radar Type 2 does, intrusion mode. When you're in vents, your radar is deactivated. Also, I forgot we can still punch and kick. Deck D cruise quarters. Now we got a few guys to deal with. I'm just going to do this the easy way and put everybody to sleep. Easiest way to go about doing this. Knock everybody the fuck out. The guy gonna come in? Oh, he goes back around.
Snake, wait! Don't move!
I see it. Some kind of device on both sides of the hall. Infrared sensors?
Right, and they're linked to...
Let me guess. Semtex.
Exactly. Plastic explosives. If you trip the sensors...
I'll be sleeping with the fishes, along with this entire ship.
That sounds about right. There aren't that many infrared beams. Maybe you can get past those without setting off the explosives. If you need to see exactly where the beams are, you can use the usual method. There's a fire extinguisher over there. Break it open and try scattering some of the extinguishing chemicals.
Alright, so Otacon has given us some good advice. If you run through this, you will set off the bombs. You can see where the infrared sensors are two ways. You can smoke a cigarette, or you can shoot fire extinguisher and it will show us. We can crawl underneath this one. We are actually going to go back here first. We get a cardboard box. Oh god, that guy woke up. I think he just woke up one of the other guys. Yeah, you a sleepyhead. So you can shoot them anywhere with the trank gun and they will eventually fall asleep. But if you shoot them in the head or the groin, they will immediately fall asleep. But now we have box 1, cardboard box, transport perishable foods. The orange. Does Otacon say anything about the box?
Snake, that's the pantry where they keep the
shit.
food supplies.
You gotta be joking.
Lots of cardboard boxes. You could
gotta be
probably use one to
joking.
blend in and avoid being discovered.
So during codec conversations on the Xbox controller anyway, if you use either the right or the left trigger, Snake will make comments about, I think the right trigger is him going basically, no, that's like, he just said, what are you, like, you're joking. And then the other one is, him going like, yeah. Or if Otacon catches you whacking it, it's something like, you were watching me. Correctly, there's only a ration in here. And flip those. Oh, and you might notice that glowing green light right there. That's the control panel for the lasers. If we shoot it with a handgun, which we don't have a live firearm, if you shoot it, it will break it, basically. And it will deactivate the lasers. One second, I have to... You're gonna hear my chair, which you've already heard me making noises anyways.
So it is the Kasaka. Russian choppers.
Snake, did you find out where that ship is headed?
Looking at it. 35 degrees longitude, latitude around 58.
More than 500 miles off the coast of the Bermudas, out in the middle of the Atlantic. So the prototype is ready for solo testing. It's basically combat worthy. That area is outside the Second Fleet's operational range, too. It must be a standalone Marine Corps project, which means this prototype Metal Gear must be designed for independent deployment, without any naval assistance. Anyway, analysis can wait till later. Snake, you need to go down to the holds and locate the actual metal...
Alright, more shit has happened, and a bunch of dead bodies. Go outside, and we will be encountering our first boss.
Shalashashka has landed. I'm on my way to the tanker holds. Report your status.
Control room, communications, and engine room are under control. All entry and exit points to the tanker hold secured. Infrared sensors placed and operational.
Good work. Are the explosives in place?
Yes, they are all planted.
Listen, once we have what we came for, the tanker will be scuttled.
And the vehicle's pilot.
He's the only one who underwent the VR training. No one else can do it.
Are you sure you can trust him?
Your part in the mission is complete. You are to leave at once.
No, it's not over yet.
I can see the moon, even in this storm, pale as death. I have a bad feeling about this mission. You swore this to me, that you would leave the unit once the mission was complete. Do not worry, this is a country of liberty.
No, this is where I belong, with the unit. I have nowhere else to go. Father, I want to stay and fight.
There is no choice to make here, Olga. Need I remind you that you are carrying my grandchild? You will be on the helicopter out of here now.
Damn it.
Freeze! Hands over your head, now! Toss your gun overboard, slowly. A woman. Show your face.
You men, you're all the same.
Who are you?
We are nomads. Wanderers.
I said don't move.
Americans. So you shoot women too.
I'm a nomad too. What else do you have there? Take the knife and toss it. Not there. Toss it overboard. Hold that position. Now, turn around.
You know what you're doing. It stopped raining. Not too shabby, is it? New York, I mean. And that brings our tour to its conclusion.
Scout knife with a surprise. You a Spetsnaz?
I think you deserve a little credit. No one's ever dodged that shot of mine. But no one gets lucky twice, either.
Oh, that's right, the music isn't... Okay, anyway, but this is our first boss against Olga. We are going to make this fight easier by breaking that. Shooting these off, because she will eventually use them to hide and blind us and things.
I've been with the unit since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents. The unit is my life, my family.
Ah, you bastard. So you notice Olga has a second bar below her health bar.
Nothing else matters to me.
Bosses, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and base tank. But bosses have a stamina bar and a health bar now. You can kill them or knock them out.
You're not stopping us.
Olga, we cannot kill. Damn it. Damn it! Okay. Yeah, this is very much the Ocelot fight. Like, it's very easy. Front row.
Cipher. Otacon, the ship appears to be under their control. The men have Russian gear, but I haven't been able to find out anything else about their origin.
I know who they are.
You do?
We've ID'd the old man,
Who is he?
Sergei Gerlukovich.
Gerlukovich, one of Ocelot's allies.
Yeah, the GRU colonel. He's the one Ocelot was supposed to meet up with after Shadow Moses.
They're after Metal Gear.
Everything's changed. This is not going to be as simple as we thought.
You could say that. I saw a surveillance remote just now. It looked like the Cipher.
A Marine Cipher T?
No, Army.
First the Marines, then the Russians, now the Army?
You're right. This isn't gonna be simple.
Snake, there's something I have to tell you.
What?
We didn't dig up this info about the new Metal Gear on our own. Not like usual.
How did you find out then?
It was a tip. An anonymous tip.
Anonymous? You've never trusted those. Why would you start now?
I have a younger sister, a stepsister. We have different parents. I only knew her for 2 years.
You've never mentioned her before. So?
The sender of the tip was EE.
E.E.?
Her name is Emma, but I always call her EE.
Emma? Emmerich?
Yeah, it just caught my eye, you know? I figured it was a coincidence, but I couldn't get it out of my mind. There's really no one out there who knows about her.
When was the last time you saw her?
Over 10 years ago.
You think it's a trap? To lure us out here?
I don't know. After I got the tip, I did break into the Pentagon system to get confirmation.
Okay.
Watch your back, Snake. Maybe I screwed up.
I've got a light-equipped USP. I can take them on now. There's no ammo, but it takes a 9mm, just like the Marines' M9. I'll find those somewhere around here.
Don't raise too much racket with that thing.
I hear you.
Alright, so we got a couple things to talk about, but that is going to do it for now. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I know I did, and we will pick back up next time with some little tidbits and some stuff. So until then, take it easy. Have a good one. Later, y'all.